So we're at the end of that series, Resolutions, starting the new year right. Here's a challenge for you. Even though we're moving on to something else, don't leave the series. All right, attitudes, relationships, finances, pace. Those are some really important areas that affect a lot of things in our daily lives. I'm hoping that this series helped you start to do some things differently. That'll help you be a little better in those areas and do things more in line with God's values. If it has, good, that was the intent. But we don't just want to start well. We want to finish well. And finishing well means keeping at it. All right? So here's the challenge. Work on one thing in each of those specific areas. One thing in attitude, one thing in relationships, one thing in finances, one thing about pace. And keep working at it until it becomes a part of you. That might take some time. It's taken me some time to have it be a part of me to close all the doors and drawers and cabinets at home and clean the countertops. But I worked at it and eventually you got there. All right, so work on that one thing till it becomes a part of you. And then when it's a part of you, go back and, work on one more thing in each of those areas. You might want to go back and look at the archives on YouTube or in the podcast and listen to the messages again to help remind you some of the big points. But when you're working on that one thing, here's my advice. Don't do it alone. Right? Talk with somebody else about what you're trying to do. Invite them to pray with you about it. Call them on the phone, FaceTime them, Zoom them, whatever. Just don't do it alone. And as you're doing that, lean into Jesus. Lean into Jesus. The power, the strength, the hope of renewal, the forgiveness where you messed up and you crashed and burned. You said, man, I didn't want to do that, and I did. That's all in Jesus. Let me read you again where I ended up this week's message. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Lean into Jesus as you're taking this journey toward starting and finishing the new year right. All right, lean into Jesus. And you know what? If you don't know him, then ask him to reveal himself to you right now. And if you do know him, then ask him to take you deeper in the relationship than you've been before. And as you do that, then as he's there in your heart, ask him to help you to make those changes in your life. And guess what? He'll do it. Come to me, you who are weary and burdened, Jesus says, and I will give you rest. Keep working at it.